it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is Sketch Sunday time. So today's sketch, I actually made, and it's kind of a hot mess of a sketch, and this turns out to be a hot mess of a page. There's a lot of stuff going on. So this is one of like my homemade kits, and I put a bunch of crafty stuff in there. I have some whimsical paper. I think I have a sticker book from Whimsical, I think. So there's a lot going on. And I'm going to start with pattern paper. So in the sketch, it looks like it's a white background, and it looks like it has some heavy painted mixed media, which made me think to get these photos out. So we did like, they call it a paint and sip party. She hosts them, I think, every month or every couple months. And this was the first time we'd ever went, and we had a great time. So we definitely will be going back again. And these were the pictures that she actually posted on Facebook. So she had taken pictures of every table, and there were 7 of us. So we occupied most of the table anyway. So that whole picture is for us. So I decided to mat it on this purple cardstock that was in this homemade kit that I had made. And then this is a photo play piece of paper with some gnomes on the back of it, but I'm going to use the blue and white polka dot. And so that's going to be the base of my grid. So originally I cut them at 5 by 5, and then I'm going to put it down to, I think I cut it down to 4.5. Yeah, I cut it down to 4.5. So now I'm going to start working on my mixed media. So I started with some Kitsch Flamingo in pink, and it barely showed up. So I'm going to add some broken china, and love how that looks. And then I had, and then I'm going to do some splatters just in the blue. You're really not going to see them, but there are definitely some splatters in the sketch. So kind of going to get them. Clean up my mess here. And then I have this Brutus Monroe alabaster, and it's almost gone. And so I decide, you know what? I'm just going to add some sparkle. So I'm going to put this all on top of that square there. And I'm going to use up the rest of this, which is super exciting. It's always good to use up some supplies, right? So just putting that on with a silicone brush, and then I will pause and I will go and clean that brush and set it over to the side to dry. So as that's drying, I did cut kind of that crafty paper into 4 by 4, and then I thought I had cut these purple pieces into 4 by 4 as well. So I had gutted the purple paper that I used, and I did cut them 4 by 4, but then there are a couple that aren't quite. So I'm going to layer them up a little bit differently, and I'm putting them askew. I am not putting them straight on like is in the sketch. So even when it's your own sketch, you can deviate and you can use it as inspiration. So don't let that deter you. If you are inspired by anything in the sketch, go with it. Like if you are only if you're only interested in the like square, the grid, then definitely just do the grid and completely ignore the mixed media. If you love the mixed media, but maybe you just don't have enough photos for a grid, ignore the grid. Like, take what you want from it, and I'm totally good with that. And if you use it, I would love if you would tag me so I can see what you make. So this isn't completely dry, but I am just going to work with it. So I am going to go ahead and put my blocks down. So in the sketch, like, it really could be 3 photos. It could be 4 photos with the title on the photo. I only had 2 photos, so that's what I'm going to use. I probably could have found another photo and printed it off, but these were the ones I had, and I'm like, nope, I'm totally doing it. So in this homemade kit that I had, it had 2 of these little banners that were from Dear Lizzie. That was all that was left in them. So that was super exciting. So I used up all that. And then this is a Hip Kit Club chipboard piece, and it's got quite a few little like crafty things. So I'm going to get some of those on there. I definitely am getting the rainbow because, as you can see, we kind of did a rainbow look painting. And it was really fun. We really had a good time. And then so it was like a rainbow sky, and then we got to make little trees, and we all just felt like Bob Ross, and we were just having an awesome time just making our little happy little trees. Some of our trees were like extra happy and really big, and some were really little. Some were like thick and some were skinny. Like, it was a really good time. So also in this homemade kit, I had this sticker sheet from Hip Kit Club, and they're all clear stickers. So the back is a bunch of stitching, and so I'm going to add some of that to each of the photo areas. And then instead of using the tag like in the sketch, I'm using that like binder clip in purple. And so I'm going to use that in place of the tag, or at least that was my thought process when I was making it. And I get a couple of florals on here, and I don't think anything else comes from that sticker sheet. So now I'm diving into this book, and it also has some kind of washi stickers. So I'm going to use all of those up, which is super exciting. And I'm going to just tear out that back paper of the sticker book because I have used it all. And so I decided, well, no need to leave it in there. And so I'm just going to add those all over and then tear that out. And it's like super satisfying. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I believe I do it off camera, but so I'm going to use the alphas, and I'm going to spell out my title, which says Girls Night, which I think when I glue it down, it's actually Girls Night Out, Paint and Sip, because I wanted to use as many of those letters as possible, because they're not sticking. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to keep them because they just keep falling off. Oh, and I also added the year, which was 2025, because that was this year. I think we did it in February. Oh yeah, it does say that right on top of the photo. It's nice that she put it in there, and she titled it "It's Written in the Stars," because we did make little stars and hearts and fun things. So I am going to pretty much, as much as I can, completely annihilate this sticker book. So that's why there are so many things. So this paper is done, and so I'm going to look on this one, and there's just a few pieces. I'm like, okay, can I see if I can add everything? So I'm down to like 2 pieces, And so that piece of paper right there is all that I have left of that sticker sheet. So super excited. Love how this turns out. It's a hot mess. I cannot wait to see what everybody does with this sketch, to see if theirs is as much of a hot mess as mine is. Or I know we have a few that aren't in love with the mixed media, so I'm interested to see if maybe somebody doesn't use mixed media. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye.